of pure devotion. The holy name of Sri Hari alone is everything.
Sixth, please.
Aho.
What a sorrow, what a great sorrow, more painful than any other misery in the world. Mistaking it as a mere piece of glass, the people have forgotten this jewel. The holy name of Sri Hari alone is everything.
Seventh, please.
It should be heard again and again with one's ears. It should be uttered over and over with one's voice. It should be perpetually sung and sung anew. The holy name of Sri Hari alone is everything.
It makes the entire universe seem insignificant as a blade of grass. It is supreme over all in splendorous manner. It is full of eternally conscious divine ecstasy. It is supremely pure. The holy name of Sri Hari alone is everything. Very nice Vaishnav song it is. So we describe the glories of the holy name. So we'll sing this song and pray to holy name, pray to the Srila Haridas Thakur so that we can also become sincere chanters of the holy name. Madhuram madhurebhyopi mangalebhyopi mangalam.
Madhuram madhurebhyopi mangalebhyopi mangalam.
Madhuram madhurebhyopi mangalebhyopi
Hare Krishna.
So Prabhuji, I would request you, because today is very divine festival, the festival of Disappearance Day of Srila Haridas Thakur.
Yeah.
Yes. Although in the mundane world, on the world outside, when somebody departs or when somebody leaves his body, when somebody dies, it's a matter of very great sorrow. But in our Vaishnav culture, we celebrate the disappearance day of our acharyas. Anybody knows why?
Because
Because
Vaishnava dies to live.
okay, but they left. They left us. So it's a matter of sorrow, isn't it? Like when Prabhupada, whenever a Vaishnava leave this material world become less auspicious. By their mere presence, this world is more auspicious. Yes, Prabhuji.
But through the mood of separation to the acharya, bhakti is enhanced.
Yes, but right now we are not on that level to enjoy the mood of separation, isn't it?
But this is
Are
why
we-
disappearance days.
To relish the mood of separation, first we need to relish the mood of association. First we need to value the association. Then only we can relish the mood of separation. If we are really enjoying their association, then only we can. Yes, Prabhu.
We could also argue that through the Vani we have real association. The Vapu might be
Yes,
association, but the Vani is the real
I
association.
agree. What you are saying is right. It's not that you are not saying right things. But if they remain on this in this material world, they can give us more Vani Sangha. Isn't it? More lectures, more Sangha would be there, more instructions would be there. Suppose if Srila Prabhupada would have lived for, or it's not that he died, he left his body. If he would have stay on this planet for next 5 more years, if just I'm giving a hypothetical situation, so Srimad Bhagavatam would be completely translated. Actually, Srila Prabhupada wanted to translate Ramayana and Mahabharata also after that. That was his desire.
Wow.
So many of the things, or many of the things in ISKCON would be changed. Like Srila Prabhupada would have introduced more things, more checks and balances. So first of all, it is their own free will that it's between them and Krishna when they want to come and when they want to go back. And we celebrate the disappearance day of Acharyas because that's a glorious thing that they went back where? They didn't went back to the court of Yamraj, they didn't went back to hellish planet or heavenly planet, they went back to spiritual world. They came for a mission, to fulfill a mission. They fulfilled their mission and they went back. That's the glorious part. How many of the living entities are going back to spiritual world? There are very few of them who came with a mission, who fulfilled their mission, and now they're going back. Like a army general or a king who came, who fought, who won, and who is going back to his court again, to his kingdom again. So that's the situation of the Acharya. They are not forced to take birth again in the take refuge in the womb of a mother again in any species. They are going back to spiritual world. That's why their glory. We celebrate the disappearance day of Acharyas also. Okay, so I would request you have mobiles.
Yes.
So kindly write on your mobile phones Vedabase CC, Vedabase space CC space Adi. Vedabase CC Adi 11.1. Yes. And on the upper side there would be an option coming, advanced view on the upper side of that, because we are going to read so many shlokas today. Default view, there must be a default view coming on the upper side, on the top right corner.
Yeah.
In the default, show in advanced view. So in that way, the whole chapter will be in front of you.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll start. Wait. Sorry, it is Ante. Sorry, I'm so sorry. It is not Adi, it is Ante.
Okay.
You means Vedabase CC Ante 11.1. My mistake, sorry.
We put out the purport, or we keep the purport?
Put out the purport. There are not much purports.
Okay.
Mostly, this is the behavior of Srila Prabhupada. You can say that mostly when there is story, he don't give much purport. When there is philosophy, he don't leave anything. Such a big purport, like mostly towards, there are 5 instances where Srila Prabhupada gave very big purports to Chaitanya. Like when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu meet Prakashananda Saraswati, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu meet Sarvaparambho Bhattacharya, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed Rupa Goswami, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed Sanatana Goswami, and when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met Buddhist in the South India Yatra. In those 5 times, Srila Prabhupada gave such a big purpose. And towards the starting of first 6 chapters of Chaitanya. Otherwise, you will see Srila Prabhupada just continuing. When there is story, so Srila Prabhupada is not giving much purport. Okay, so we'll start. Namami Haridas Thakur Chaitanyatam cha tat prabhum Sansthitam api yanmurtim Swanke kritva nanar. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto Haridas Thakur and his master Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who danced with the body of Haridas Thakur on his laps. So, first of all, this is for mundane people, it is very disturbing that they are celebrating the death of somebody, leaving of somebody. And next, what they are doing, they are dancing with the dead body. So, why it happened and how it happened, so we'll discuss that. Come to 16th shloka directly.
16th.
So, this chapter describes, the name of this chapter is Passing Away of Haridas Thakur. How Haridas Thakur, the glorious passing away of Haridas Thakur. Exact is the passing of Haridas Thakur. How should, the ideal way that a devotee can leave his body. Ekadina Govind Mahaprabhu Mahaprasadalaya Haridasa Dite Gela Anandita Haya. One day Govind, the personal servant of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, went in great jubilation to deliver the remnants of Lord Jagannath's food to Haridas Thakur. This is the glory of Haridas Thakur. We all know Haridas Thakur is Namacharya. Haridas Thakur has such an exalted personality. But what is his glories? God himself, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself arranged for him Mahaprasada. This must be experience of you also. Like when you are not into the temple, when you are coming to temple from your place, you never slept hungry. Is that happen ever? Maybe you may be in a poor temple or maybe in a rich temple, but the best part about ISKCON or glories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Prabhupada is, it's been 11 years of me, Hare Krishna, that have been associated to ISKCON. 6 years I was coming from my home or from my place to ISKCON. I never went away hungry. Always there was some Mahaprabhu. Krishna always provides. Is that ever happened to you, Prabhu? That you have to go back home? You should please give Prabhu some prashadam. No. No, you have to give him.
I have to give.
And give him some Mahabarfi also. Okay, so we will move forward. Dekha Haridas Thakur kariya che shayana.
Dekhe Haridas Thakur kariya che shayana.
Manda manda karita che sankha sankirtana.
Manda manda karita che sankha sankirtana.
So what Govind came to Haridas, and what Haridas Thakur was saying, he was lying on his back and chanting his round very slowly. He's not just sleeping. At that time also he was chanting his rounds. Govinda kahe utho asi karaha bhojana.
Govinda kahe utho asi karaha bhojana.
Haridas kahe aji kari mulangana.
Haridas kahe aji kari mulangana.
So what Haridas Thakur is saying that Govind said, please rise and take Mahaprasadam. But what Haridas Thakur said, today I will observe fasting. Why I will observe fasting? He'll speak in the next pyar. Sankhya kirtan pure nahi kemat khaiba.
Sankhya kirtan pure kai kemat khaiba.
Mahaprasad aniya che kemate upekshiba.
Mahaprasad aniya che kemate upekshiba.
Mother, you can open, you can write on your mobile's Chrome.
CC.
You can write down on Chrome or whatever browser you use. Vedabase CC Ante 11.19. Vedabase CC Ante 11.19. Done. On the top left side, top right side, there will be an option of default view. Please check. Please put it to show in advance. Show in advance view. Jai Shri Krishna ki Jai Shri Jagannath Baleswara Maharani ki Jai Radha Parisisvara Mandir ki Jai Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So what Haridas Thakur is replying, that I have not finished chanting my regular number of rounds. How then can I eat? But you have brought Mahaprasadam, and how can I neglect it? So at times, some devotees have this vow in their life that they will eat prasadam only after chanting their rounds. So it is up to personal level. It is not recommended, because when you have services in the morning, especially when you have to go to altar or you have to cook, so there is still a solution of that you can wake up early, chant your rounds before, like Dayal Nitai Prabhu he wake up at around, mostly he wakes up around 2:30 or 3 and chant his rounds, most of his rounds before Mangala Aarti. So if you can also do like that, so that's very nice. It's a very good habit that if you can chant before honoring Prasadam. And Haridas Thakur also has this vow. Okay, next 20. Etabali Mahaprasad Karila Vandana.
Etabali Mahaprasad Karila Vandana.
Ekaranchalayya Tara Karila Bhakshana.
Ekaranchalayya Tara Karila Bhakshana.
So here what he did a practical thing. Saying this, he offered prayers to Mahaprasad and took a little portion and ate it. What he did, he didn't, ate the whole thing. He just took a little bit of it. And Srila Prabhupada, here Srila Prabhupada is giving some purport. It's a very nice instructive purport for us. Mahaprasad is non-different from Krishna. Therefore, instead of eating Mahaprasad, one should honor it. We are not eating Mahaprasad, we honor Mahaprasad. It is said here, Karila Vandana, he offered prayers. When taking Mahaprasad, one should not consider food ordinary preparations. One should not, I'll read the whole purport, then I'll describe it a little bit. Prasad means favor. Krishna is doing favor for us when he gives us prasadam. One should consider Mahaprasadam a favor of Krishna. As stated by Srila Bhakti Yoga Thakur, Krishna bada daya mein, kari bare jiva jai, so prasad andilo bhai. Krishna is very kind. In this material world, we all are very much attached to tasting different types of food. Therefore, Krishna eats many nice variety of food and offer the food back to the devotees. So that not only are one's demand for various tastes satisfied, but by eating prasadam, one makes advancement in spiritual life. Just by eating prasadam. Therefore, one should never consider ordinary food on equal level with Mahaprasadam. So, and here one more thing that I would like to highlight is that one should not discriminate also between Mahaprasadam. That I will, this is good thing, this is not so good. Actually, whatever is provided by Krishna to us, we should accept it. In the times of Bhakti Saraswati Thakur Maharaj, he used to, when in the Gaudiya Math also, when the Rajbhog comes out from the altar, every devotees have this having to pick and choose. I will take gulab jamun, I will take puri, I will take this, I will take that. So Bhakti Saraswati Thakur used to ask the devotees, like, who took drumsticks? What is drumsticks? You know drumstick? What is drumstick? Sajna? It is difficult to eat.
It's like the green things is coming like this.
You cannot chew it. You just have to. You have to just. You cannot eat it. You can just chew it and you have to spit it out.
Okay.
So he used to ask, who took drumsticks? Who took salt? to see who has a real taste for Mahaprasad. Not just the things, not just gulab jamun and those things, but who is really taking Mahaprasad. So one should not discriminate. Whatever is there, whatever is provided by Krishna, as Srila Prabhupada mentioned, it is favor of Krishna towards us. Krishna has kindly give us his Mahaprasadam. He doesn't took everything. He just give everything back to the devotees. Next, 21. Aradina Mahaprabhu Tantra Haya Aila
Aradina Mahaprabhu Tantra Haya Aila
Susta Ho Haridas Bali Tane Puchila.
Susta Ho Haridas Bali Tane Puchila.
So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Haridas Thakur's place and asked him, how are you? This is, in another part of, I guess it is Madhya Lila. There is a very nice payar, which is, it says like, Sei Thakur Dhanya Jera Chhade Nijajan. Sei Thakur Dhanya Jena Chhade Nijajan. Sei Bhakt Dhanya Jena Chhade Prabhu Racharan. That God, that he is talking about, Krishna Kaviraj is talking about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so magnanimous that he never leaves his devotee. Krishna is also like that, never leaves his devotee. And that devotee is magnanimous who never leaves his master also, his Lord also. So here we can see from the life of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also that he himself is taking care of Haridas Thakur. How glorious would be, Haridas Thakur, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself has to, provide, make the arrangement for Mahaprasad of Haridas Thakur. His personal servant Govind used to come every day and bring Mahaprasadam for Haridas Thakur. And when Haridas Thakur didn't take Mahaprasadam, so next day what happened? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself came and asking him, what happened? Are you well or not? Namaskar karite ho kaila nivedana.
Namaskar karite jo hara nivedana.
Sharira susta hayya mora asus buddhi mana.
Sharira susta hayya mora asus buddhi mana.
So Haridas Thakur offered his obeisance to the Lord and replied, my body is all right. मेरा शरीर ठीक है, but my mind and intelligence are not well. What is not well? Mind and intelligence. प्रभु कहे कौन व्याधि कहता निर्णया.
प्रभु कहे कौन व्याधि कहता निर्णया.
तेहो कहे संख्या कीर्तन ना पुराया.
तेरो कहे संख्या कीर्तन ना पुराया.
So now see what is there in the heart of Haridas Thakur. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu further inquired from Haridas, can you ascertain what your disease is? Can you tell me what is your disease? So we can we can send you some good doctor, or we can arrange for some medicine. And what Haridas Thakur is saying, my disease is that I cannot complete my rounds. How many rounds Haridas Thakur used to do? No, 3 lakhs not round, 192 rounds every day. And then after completing those rounds, he used to eat and drink. And in the purport, Srila Prabhupada is mentioning, very, very practical things. If one cannot complete fixed number of rounds, he is assigned that he should be considered to be in disease condition of spiritual life. If it happens to us that we are not able to complete our fixed, the bare minimum quota of rounds, or we are lagging behind, we are not able to do those rounds nicely, then Srila Prabhupada is mentioning we are in a disease condition of life, that our spiritual life is not healthy, it is very diseased. In our Krishna conscious, of course, we cannot imitate Haridas Thakur, but one must chant a prescribed number of rounds. Whatever happened, we have to chant prescribed number of rounds. Even Srila Prabhupada one time mentioned that, especially in the earlier days, or especially in the Western world, because the number of devotees are not much, the devotees have so many services. So one time Srila Prabhupada's disciple, he complained to Srila Prabhupada that we have so much to do, I cannot chant my rounds. So Prabhupada said, okay, so how much, Srila Prabhupada asked me, how much hours you sleep? 4 hours only. So then Srila Prabhupada replied, okay, sleep only for 2 hours, but chant your rounds. So it's, we have to be practical. Actually, especially with me, I have this problem that I waste so much time here and there, surfing on mobile or looking for something else. If we, this is mercy of Krishna, that he is equal to everyone. Atheist, theist, devotees, non-devotees, everyone. He has given us 24 hours to everyone. And it's up to us how we utilize those 24 hours. So there is enough time to chant our rounds. It's our own mismanagement of time that we cannot be lag behind, or we have our rounds drag down till the night. Sometimes your days are busy, you have to do, especially in our temple, you have to do deity dressing or cooking in the morning. But sorry?
24 hours.
Yes, but still we have 24 hours. This is not an excuse that we have so much services and we cannot chant our 16 rounds. Even if you have this kind of situation, you can go to temple president, or you can go to the authorities and ask them, reduce my services. Because Srila Prabhupada also mentioned that the first and foremost duty of a disciple towards his spiritual master is to chant his 16 rounds attentively. Any other duty, they can come afterwards. But chant your 16 rounds is the most foremost duty of a disciple. In our Krishna conscious movement, we have fixed 16 rounds as minimum, so that Vaishnavas will not feel burdened. Even Indians nowadays don't feel burdened. I don't see many Indians who chant more than 16 rounds. It's good if you can. These 16 rounds must be chanted, and chanted loudly. It's not just mumbling. Chanted loudly, so that one can hear himself and others. So we have to be practical, that we have to chant in this much loud voice, that at least this voice comes to our ears. Mantra meditation means meditating upon mantra, not anything. Nowadays there are so many seminars or classes on how to improve chanting of one's chanting. Yes, they are required. We should. This is our top priority. So, holy name is the process. Harinam Sankirtan. Golo Kera Prema Dhara. Harinam Sankirtan. Ratina Janmina. That's the most. We have to, somehow or the other, we have to increase our attachment to the holy names. One time Srila Prabhupada was asked, how we can chant more attentively. And reply of Srila Prabhupada was, just try to hear yourself chant attentively. You have to hear yourself. Other techniques may help you, but by the end of the day, by applying all those techniques, what you have to do, you have to hear yourself. What you are saying. Are you saying all 16 words or not? Or are you saying all those syllables or not? Okay, next 24. Prabhu kahe vidhaila sankhya alpakare.
करे
सिद्ध देह तुम्ही साधन अग्र केना करे.
Siddhadeya tumi sadhane agrahya kare.
So now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, now that you have become old, you may reduce the number of rounds you chant daily. We wish someday Krishna or our Guru will say, okay, you are chanting 16 rounds all your life. Now you can do 4. But no, this should not be our wish. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is asking Haridas Thakur, okay, you are said, you are already old and you are liberated, so you don't need to. Therefore, you need not follow the regulative principle very strictly. You can chant less also. And what Haridas Thakur is replying. Open 17 please. 27 number verse. तो जी आप भी मोबाइल है आपके पास? मेरा वाला आप पढ़ कर करेंगे तो बहुत अच्छा लगेगा. अपने मोबाइल में प्लीज ओपन फ्रॉम हिज मोबाइल. हरे कृष्णा. गूगल क्रोम राइट डाउन वेदाबेस VEDABASE. Vedabase CC Ante 11.27. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Advance view please. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hina jati janam or nindaya kalevara.
Hina jati nindaya or kolijati boro.
Hina jati janmam or nindaya kalevara.
Hina jati janmam or kolijati boro.
Hina karme ratamuni adhama pamara. I was born in inferior family and my body is most abominable. I always engage in low work, therefore I am lowest and most condemned of men. Although he is Haridas Thakur, but he is maintaining his humble stance. That he is remembering that he is born in Muslim family, a Yavan family. Actually, it is mentioned that you must remember that teachings of Queen Kunti. In teachings of Queen Kunti, there is a shloka. Janma Aishwarya Shuta Shivir Edamad Madhupuman Nevil Abhidatu To Akinchan Gocharam. That these 4 things, they are obstacles in the devotional service. Janma, if you are born in a very high class family, I am a big Brahmana, I am a this and that. Aishwarya, if you are born in a very rich and aristocratic family, because if you have everything, so those who are rich, they don't want to surrender to somebody. They don't want to listen to instruction of somebody else. Janma Aishwarya Shuta, if you are so much learned, I remembered all the 700 shlokas of Bhagavad Gita. What you ISKCON devotees do. You can't even pronounce the shlokas nicely. There are people like that also. Janma Aishwarya Shuta Shivir, if you are too much beautiful, then also it becomes an obstacle in the path of devotion service. So if any of us have these things, one should forget this. One should not think about that. And if we don't have these things, always remember that we don't have these things. Like Haridas Thakur also, he was born in the family of Yavanas. He always remember that. Although he was Namacharya, he never protested or he never tried to go inside Jagannath temple and look, out, because he was so humble, because he was so devoted to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because he was Namacharya. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord himself, Jagannath himself in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu come to see him. That's the glories of Haridas Thakur. So, if you don't have any of these 4 qualities, any of these 4 traits, so always remember that I was not born in a high class family, or I was not very beautiful, or I am not very handsome, or I am not very learned. So always, and if we have any of those qualities, always forget that. Do not mention it in front of anybody. So what Haridas Thakur is also saying, that I am unseeable and untouchable, but you have accepted me as your servant, O Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This means you have delivered me from hellish condition and raised me to the Vaikuntha platform. Swatantra 29. स्वतंत्र ईश्वर तुम्ही हव इच्छा मया,
स्वतंत्र ईश्वर तुम्ही हव इच्छा मया,
जगत नचाओ यारे यैछे इच्छा हया,
जगत नचाओ यारे यैछे इच्छा हया.
My dear Lord, you are fully independent personality of Godhead. You act by your own will. You cause the whole world to dance and act as you like. अनेक नचाइला मोरे प्रसाद करिया,
अनेक नचाइला मोरे प्रसाद करिया,
विप्रेर रसाद पात्र खैनु मलेच्छ हैया,
विप्रेर रसाद पात्र खैनु मलेच्छ हैया.
My dear Lord, by your mercy you have made me dance in many ways. For example, I was offered the Shad Patra, which should have been offered to the first class Brahmanas. Where did this happen? Anybody remembers? Where Haridas Thakur was offered the Shad Patra, which would have been offered to first class Brahmanas? कहाँ ऐसा हुआ था कि हरिदास ठाकुर को किसी के यहाँ शाद में सबसे पहले भोजन कराया गया था?
बहुत सारी भक्त लोग थे उधर.
कहाँ पे हुआ था? किसके घर पे हुआ था?
ये
Whose home it happened?
उसका नाम चंद्रशेखर.
In the, we have to increase our GK, Gaur knowledge. So it happened in the house of Advaitacharya. When Advaitacharya did Shad, so the custom was to feed to the Brahmanas. But whom he invited first? Haridas Thakur.
और जब हरिदास ठाकुर को
सबसे पहले शाद में भोजन परोसा गया.
ओके, वो तो नदिया में होता.
नदिया.
और मैं श्राद्ध का
शाद ही बोलते, शाद पात्र ही बोला गया यहाँ पर. ओके, कोई बात नहीं. कभी कभी हमें पता होता है बट हमें याद नहीं आता. I ate from it even though I was born in a family of meat eaters. Still, Haridas Thakur ate it because it was will of devotees. So now in the next few prayers he is mentioning his inner desire. 31 and 34. Please open 31. एकवा छहैया मोरा बहुदिन हैते,
एकवा छहैया मोरा बहुदिन हैते,
लीला संवरिबे तुमी हैया मोरा चित्ते,
लीला संवरिबे तुमी हैया मोरा चित्ते.
I have one desire. I have had one desire for a very long time. I think that quite soon, my Lord, you will bring to a close your pastimes within this material world. So then he's revealing his heart that I know that very soon you will reveal, you will wind up your pastimes. Means you will go back to spiritual world. So what is his inner desire? In the next, actually the verses of Chaitanya are called Payar in Bengali. So Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, they are called shlokas, and in Bengali it is called Payar because they are not shlokas, they are like Bengali poems. So in next Payar he is mentioning Seilila Prabhu Mora Kabhu na dekhiba,
Seilila Prabhu More Kabhu na dekhaiba,
Apanar Age Mora Sharira Padiba,
Apanar Age Mora Sharira Padiba.
I wish that you should not show me this closing chapter of your pastime. That this is his heart, that he don't want to see the disappearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He cannot bear the pain of separation from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So what he is mentioning, before that time come, kindly let my body fall down in your presence. He want to die before. We should not say die, or we should leave. He want to leave his body before disappearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's his inner desire. And how he want to leave his body? Hridaya dharimu tomar kamala charana,
Hridaya dharimu tomar kamala charana,
Nayane dharimu tomar Chandavadana. I wish to catch your lotus feet upon my heart and see your face like moon-like face. So that is, he want to leave his body like that. 36. Ei niche deha mora padukata vage. Ei vancha siddhi mora tomai te lage. Let this low-born body fall down before you. You can make possible this perfection all of my desires. So he want to leave his body like that. So I'll skip a bit and directly go towards when he leave his body. It's very, very, very heart-touching. Incident or pastime of Haridas Thakur. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, next morning what happened? Pyar number 45. प्रातः काले ईश्वर देखी सब भक्त लैया हरिदास देखी अला शीघ्र करिया. Next morning after visiting Jagannath temple, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accompanied by all his devotees went hastily to see Haridas Thakur. हरिदासेर आगे आसी दिला दर्शन हरिदास वंदिला प्रभु आर वैष्णव चरण. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the devotees came before Haridas Thakur, who offered his respect to the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all the Vaishnavas. प्रभु कहे हरिदास कहा समाचार. हरिदास कहे प्रभु ये कृपा तुम्हारा. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is inquiring, my dear Haridas, what is the news? And Haridas Thakur replied, my Lord, whatever mercy you can bestow upon me. अंगने आरंभिला प्रभु महासंकीर्तन वर्केश्वर पंडितः करे नर्तन. Upon hearing this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately began great congregation chanting in the courtyard. Varkeshwar Pandit was the chief dancer. You know what is the specialty of Varkeshwar Pandit? What is the specialty of Varkeshwar Pandit? Dancing. How much dancing?
33 hours.
72 hours. 3 days, 3 nights continuously. It seems like, it's too much. Or, it seems like a lie. But no. These things shows that you need a spiritual body to enjoy spiritual rasa. Even if you want to dance for, and at times it happens to us that there's so nice kirtan going on, but our bodies, after dancing, our body starts aching. Like it happened to me so many times in Mayapur during Kirtan. After dancing for 2-3 hours, your body starts paining a lot. Even if you want to dance, you cannot dance. Your mind, your heart is dancing, but your body cannot dance. So, if you really want to enjoy the spiritual life, you have to go to spiritual world. You cannot enjoy spiritual life here. Like if you want to eat so much prasadam, your body has a limit. But your heart doesn't have that thing. He wants to eat more, but the body cannot. Your heart wants to dance a lot, but your body cannot. Okay, next. Sarupa Gosai Adi Yatra Prabhur Gana. Haridase Bedi Kare Nama Sankirtana. Headed by Sarup Damodar Goswami and all the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu surrounded Haridas Thakur and began congregation chanting. Ramananda Sarvabhauma agrete.
Ramananda Sarvabhauma Samaragete.
Haridaser guna prabhu lagila kahite.
Haridasera Guru Prabhu Lagila Kahite.
In front of all great devotees like Ramanand Rai and Sarvam Bhattacharya, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began to describe the holy attributes of Haridas Thakur. And in the next payar, it seems like Krishna Kaviraj is mentioning that it seems like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has 4 or 5 mouths. He was, he's describing the qualities of Haridas Thakur so enthusiastically that it seems like he is describing with it 5 mouths. So, verse number 53. Haridasani jagrete prabhurava saila.
Haridasani jagrete prabhurava saila.
Nija netra dui bringa mukha padme dila.
Nija netra dui bringa mukha padme dila.
Haridas Thakur made Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sit down in front of him, and then he fixed his eyes like 2 bumblebees on the lotus face of the Lord. Swaridaya ani dharila prabhura charana.
Swaridaya ani dharila prabhura charana.
Sarva bhakta padarenu mastaka bhushana.
Sarva bhakta padarenu mastaka bhushana.
He held the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on his heart and then took the dust of his feet of all the devotees present and put it on his head. So what he did, he put the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on his heart and all dust of the lotus feet of all the devotees on his forehead. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shabda Bole na bara bara.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shabda Bole na bara bara.
Prabhu Mukha Madhuri Piya Netra Jaladhara.
Prabhu Mukha Madhuri Piya Netra Jaladhara.
He began to chant the holy names of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again and again, and he drank the sweetness of the face of the Lord, tear constantly gliding down from his eyes. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shabda Karita Ucharan.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shabda Karita Ucharan.
Namera Sahita Prana Kaila Utkramana.
Namera Sahita Prana Kaila Utkramana.
While chanting the holy name of Sri Krishna Chaitanya, he gave up his air of life and left his body. That's the glorious, that he left his body while seeing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is a glorious death. And now in the next payar, they are comparing that it with the departing of with another Vaishnava. Mahayogeshwara Praya Dekhi Swachanda Marana.
Mahayogeshwara Praya Dekhi Swachanda Marana.
Bhishmera Niriyana Sabara Haila Smarana.
Bhishmera Niriyana Sabara Haila Smarana.
Seeing this wonderful death of Haridas Thakur by his own will, which was just like the great mystic yogis, everyone remember the passing away of Bhishma. Actually, this is that's how Bhishma left his body, by seeing all the Brajeshwar Krishna in front of him and all the Pandavas and all the great devotees. And similarly, Srila Prabhupada also had left his body. Just before leaving his body, he was also translating Srimad Bhagavatam, meeting with devotees, instructing them that even his passing away was also a lesson for the devotees. His whole life was a lesson. So glorious is the life of the devotees who leave this body like that, who have devotees in front of them. Because we have so less time, we have so much to discuss. I just wanted to share a incident in the life of a devotee who joined in our temple in Rohini. He was just a normal guy he was a devotee. He was not a normal guy. He was a devotee, and he was working. And what happened in his home, that his grandfather was about to leave the body. So I don't know whether it happened to you or not, that you had somebody in front of you, your elder, who was about to leave his body. So his grandfather was about to leave his body, and he had heard from the devotee that if somebody has to leave in front of you, if somebody is leaving body, you should chant kirtan in his ears, chant names of Krishna in his ears, so that somehow or the other he can remember Krishna and go back to spiritual world. We must help the departing soul. And what he saw, that all his family members, somebody was smoking cigarettes, somebody was doing this, the ladies of the family, they were doing some course in the in the kitchen, and somebody was, they are talking like, we should call this person, we should call that person, inform that this person is about to leave his body. And he observed that nobody is interested in chanting the holy names in his ears. And he thought like, if I have to leave my body like that in front of these people, I'm not going to go to spiritual world, I'll go somewhere else. So then that moment he decided, I'm not going to live with them in this life. And eventually he made this decision, better I'll become a brahmachari.
Wow.
So that, wherever I will be, there will be devotees who will at least, chant in my ears, who will help me depart in an auspicious way. Not that somebody will be smoking a cigarette when I was dying, or somebody, making plans or different things. So it's, that we have to make sure, wherever we go in this lifetime, that we have to be in the association of God. Whether we will be a grasta or a brahmachari or a sannyasi or a varanprasthi, whatever it could be, we must have devotees in around us, so that because at the time of leaving this body, this body is, we cannot move our body, we cannot speak, we won't be able to move, we won't be able to speak, we won't be able to move our eyes much. Only the last sense that works at the time of death is sense of hearing. So we must have some devotees. If we cannot remember Krishna, at least they will help us. So we must make that arrangement, that somehow or the other, wherever I will leave my body, I must have association of devotees. So what happened after that? 58. Hare Krishna sabde sabe kara kolahala.
Hare Krishna shabde sabe kara kolahala.
Premanande Mahaprabhu haila vihavala.
Premanande Mahaprabhu haila vihavala.
There was a great tumultuous noise as they all chanted the holy names Hari and Krishna. Hari Hari.
Hari Hari.
Hari Hari.
Hari Hari.
Krishna Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became overwhelmed with great ecstatic love.
Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became overwhelmed.
Great ecstatic. Thank you. हरिदासे रतनु प्रभु कोयला हरिदासे रतनु प्रभु कोले लैला उठाइला
हरिदासे रतनु प्रभु कोले लैला उठाया
आंगने नाचे ना प्रभु प्रेम विष्ट हैला
आंगने नाचे ना प्रभु प्रेम विष्ट हैला.
The Lord raised the body of Haridas Thakur and placed it on his lap, and then began the dance in the courtyard in great ecstatic love. So as I already mentioned in the beginning of this discussion, that why passing away of devotees is also glorious. Why? Because they fulfill their mission. They are not going to womb of some other mother or going to hellish planet or heavenly planet. They are going back to spiritual world. So that's a matter of great jubilation. That one among us who came with a mission, who fulfilled his mission, and he went back to spiritual world. 68. Prabhura avesha avasa sarva bhakta gana.
Prabhura avesha sarva bhakta gana.
Prema vase sabe nache kare na kirtana.
Prema vase sabe nache kare na kirtana.
Because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's ecstatic love, all the devotees were helpless, and in ecstatic love they also began to dance and chant congregationally. So now I would like to, because it's already time, so I would like to summarize what happened next. So although in material circle, it's if somebody leaves his body, it's a great sorrow. If you start chanting loudly or you start dancing, they will not understand it. But we must know that when devotees, when there is a disappearance of any acharya, we must celebrate it. We must cook a feast. We must have a good kirtan. We must have a mood of a festival. We should not. We must not ignore it. It's a great day of great jubilation. And here also, what devotees did, they chant very loudly. They made a festival, and afterwards, what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did, he himself bathed the body of Haridas Thakur in the sea. Every devotees, all the devotees, they went into the sea and they bathed. They play with the body of in the sea. They play with the body of Haridas Thakur, and then they put him in the samadhi. Any of you went to Puri?
Yes.
आप गए हैं Puri? नहीं.
It's in Mayapur.
Mayapur. आप गए हैं? नहीं. Yeshavananda, you went to Puri? You went to Puri?
No.
You also?
Yes.
So those who went to Puri, they must know that just near the beach there is the Samadhi of Haridas Thakur. So then devotees, they bring, they dug a very big pit and place the Samadhi of, they place the body of Haridas Thakur in that pit with his all the paraphernalia, with the Mahagarland of Jagannath, Lord Jagannath, will all the auspicious paraphernalia like Mahaprasad and all those things. So it's a custom. Like I was also part of a Samadhi ceremony of one of Srila Prabhupada's disciple, Bhakti Madhurya Govind Maharaj. He used to live in our temple in Panjabi Bagh. So when he left his body, we were all there, and in Vrindavan we put his body in the Samadhi. So after that, all the devotees, what they did, they put the sand in the pit again. So and then they established the Samadhi there. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to the Anand Bazaar himself. It's a marketplace near the Lord Jagannath temple where they sell Mahaprasadam, and he himself begged for the alms for the celebration of departing the disappearance day of Haridas Thakur. So this should be the mood that we must cook and afterwards they had a very nice feast. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, he begged for that feast, and all the shopkeepers, they gave tremendous amount of Mahaprasad, and all the devotees, those they ate that Mahaprasad. And towards the end, in 106th just a second, that's the Shrutifal. Now I'm going to say the Shrutifal. What happened to those who hear this passing away of departing of
How do you say it? Shruti?
Shrutifal.
Shrutifal.
Shrutifal means the result of hearing of your Shruti, what you heard.
Okay.
प्यार number 90. प्रेमाविष्ट हैया प्रभु करे न वरदान, सुनी भक्तेर गणेर जुड़ाया मानस कामा. Overwhelmed with the with ecstatic love, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu offered a benediction to all the devotees, which all devotees heard with great satisfaction. I'm just reading the translation. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave this benediction. Anyone who has seen the festival of Haridas Thakur's passing away, anyone who has chanted and danced here, anyone who has offered sand on the body of Haridas Thakur, and anyone who has joined this festival to partake the prasadam will achieve the favor of Krishna very soon. There is such a wonderful power in seeing Haridas Thakur. So anyone who celebrated the festival of the party of Haridas Thakur will get the mercy of Krishna very soon. Kripa kari Krishna mora daichila sangha swatantra Krishna ichha kaila sangha bringa. Being merciful upon me, Krishna gave me association of Haridas Thakur. Being independent in his desires, he has now broken that association. Now, in 101 pair, Krishnadas Kaviraj is giving benedictions to those who read and hear that. Eta kahinu hari dasera vijaya, yahara sravana Krishna drida bhakti haya. Thus, I have spoken about the victorious passing away of Haridas Thakur. So, this day is also called Vijay Divas, because Haridas Thakur, was victorious over birth and death. He went back to spiritual world. So, and also the passing away of Bhishma is also called Vijay Divas, the victory of
Devas.
Divas means day. So it means that's their real victory. That real victory is to being victorious on birth and death. They went back to spiritual world. So that's why that day, the day they passed away is called Vijay Divas or Victory Day. Thus I have spoken about the victorious passing away of Haridas Thakur, anyone who hears this narration will certainly fix his mind firmly in devotional service to Krishna. Shri Haridas Thakur ki jai. Shri Haridas Thakur Vijay Divas ki jai. Jai Guru Prabhupada ki jai. So anybody has any comments, questions, corrections? Yes, Prabhuji.
In the very beginning, we read about Srila Haridas Thakur finishing his rounds, and still he was accepting Mahaprasada. Now, if we as devotees, if we have to have a decision, if we either have to go to the prasadam to take Mahaprasadam or to finish our rounds, or even to start chanting our rounds, what is the best choice?
You have to be practical. It's not in spiritual life. There are more than one things that can be true. You have to see for yourself. Like some people have medical condition, they cannot remain hungry, and some people have mostly the pujaris, they have service in the morning. If you can wake up early and chant your round before that, well and good. If you cannot, you have to be practical. It's not yes or no for these type of questions. So you have to see your body, because we have to be a marathon runner, not a sprint runner. Like we have to serve Krishna till the time this body is there. It's not that we just have to serve Krishna for 1 week or 2 weeks, 24 hours. I will not sleep and I will serve Krishna like that. No, we have to, and even in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Sanatana Goswami wanted to commit suicide, but what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked him, you think this body is yours? No, this body is mine. I have given you this body to serve. So Krishna has also given this body. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu have given us this body, and we have to take care of this body. So we have to see practically if our health allows to chant and then honor prasadam, and do so. If it doesn't allow you, better take prasadam. Like in our part of the world, not our part of the world, but in Delhi, when I was in Delhi, so because on Janmashtami there were so many devotees coming, so many guests coming, more than 200,000. So they never recommend us to do fasting. Rather, they recommend us to eat more, drink more, and serve more, and chant more. So you have to see for yourself what your body allows you to do. Anybody has any other question, comment, correction?
We see Haridas Thakur is in his humility, he expresses his low-born family condition, and sometimes due to inexperience, maybe we can imitate this the humility of these great Vaishnavas, and but the result is just we can say not a devotional emotion, but a useless sorrow that make our, at least I speak for myself, the devotional life dry and not joyful as it should be. So how can we enhance this humility inside, but without making pain to ourselves by these things?
Don't cause pain to yourself artificially. What we can do, we can pray to Krishna that at least we'll feel that separation. Right now that separation is not there. Right now that love is not there. Please Krishna, give me that love. Give me the glimpse of that love. We can pray to Krishna like that. It's not that we can artificially we can cry, oh Haridas Thakur, you leave us. No, we are not on that level. So we can pray to Krishna and Krishna. And that's why we must, especially on these days, we must hear about, or we must read about the pastimes of those acharyas, so that they can, in material world, there is no love, there is lust. Males, they are attracted to females because of their certain body traits, and females are attracted toward males because they have certain body and characteristical traits. But the real love happens when you know the person, know his qualities. So when we hear the qualities of these acharyas, then only we can love them. When we hear the qualities of Krishna, then only we can love Krishna. So we must hear more and more about these acharyas, especially on these days, and pray to them. Because acharyas are most merciful on their appearance and disappearance. So we can pray, especially on this day, we can pray to Haridas Thakur that we can also fix in devotion service and we can chant our round attentively. Hare Krishna. Jagtguru Shaukat ki jai. Haridas Thakur Tiruvabdi ki Mahaprabhu ki jai. Gaur Premanande. Sorry for taking so long.
His grace has Prabhu ki jai.